it's really hard to go and just find another life coach, right? You're going to have the same conversations and do the same thing. And if it didn't work in the past, it can be discouraging to go work with somebody new. Even getting help is hard. Before working with you, um, I'd spent years, probably the last 15 years, I've been in and out of different therapy, not therapies, but different therapists or life coaches. I was never able to really have big groups of friends, never did anything through high school, kind of keep to myself kind of guy. And it's had some impact um, as far as maintaining any meaningful relationships. And um, I ended up in addiction and rehab, and so yeah, those have been the big struggles. So I got a referral from a life coach that said it would probably be good to work with you. I think when we were working together and talking about neuroplasticity was when because I'm a science guy, that's when I started making sense. The sessions weren't to go back into my past and talk about historically what has happened, but to be able to look at your emotions more objectively, like realizing that it was my anxiety this whole time, all those problems throughout my life are me reacting because I got scared. Since working with you, I don't know if it's been obvious to say my family or people around me because I keep to myself anyway. I kind of just don't want to cause problems. I'm that guy. But I have noticed myself pay a lot more attention to my reactions, and if I get upset or scared, it's usually fear. But I'm more aware of that. I can calm myself down because I know what it is, and now I can look at it from a perspective of just curious observation, like what is this? And with this new information, like now, no, I don't have to be afraid. I can be more comfortable with being me, and if I'm an anxious person, then I'm an anxious person. But I think by knowing that, I've been able to be more comfortable with myself, not bring myself down with it. Like I'm not a broken person. I just am a different person. And so that helps. So it's kind of exciting to think about the future of my anxiety. Like how am I going to react and how can I change that now? How can I break that past pattern and change it into something new? And what would I want that to be? So that's kind of cool.
If someone else were stumbling on my website, what would you say to them about working with me?
I would recommend it just the same as I would for my younger self. I would explain how it helped me specifically because, you know, that's what it takes.
Specificity gives credibility. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, yeah, I would suggest this. I would suggest actually asking you and talking about this. Just
Mm.
that fact that you can change it. When you finally realize something, you make a big spectacular realization about yourself, it's usually something obvious. And it's always going to be surprising. It's going to be something simple and surprising. And yeah, I would say to go in and specifically talk about how those things can get stuck.